What's happening, everybody? Steven coming at you again on Bama GA Outdoors. Man, it's a pretty day today, and I had a great day at work. So, today, this is what we gonna do. I done loaded up the old boat in the back of the truck, got the poles on it, and I'm gonna go check out this little spot not far from the house here. I've been wanting to fish there for years, and I've seen people out there, and I just never went. So I'm gonna go put this little old boat in there, and we're gonna see what happens. So we'll see y'all when we get to the spot later. Some of my neighbors got boats, and I have never seen their boats leave their driveways in the 6 years we've been in this house. So I've been watching a lot of videos on TV, man, and the people back home, they've been catching crappie like crazy, and it's just been eating me up. Yesterday I wanted to go. I had a really good day at work yesterday too, but when I went and investigated this little spot that I'm going to, it was just really windy. It was warm, but it was just windy, and I didn't want to go out there in the wind. So I decided I'll just wait till today and try it out today and see what happens. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cruise over here, take probably, I don't know, it's 5 to 7 minutes away from the house. So we're gonna go over here and see what's happening with it. I've been wanting to come over here. Like I said, me and my son, when he was home, at one point we thought we were gonna go over there together, but we never did. Now, this neighborhood right here, before they finished building all the houses in there, over there on the other side of that little tree line by their tennis court, it's a pond over there. And me and my son went over there one day. Man, we was tearing these big old bluegills up. But I seen something I had never seen in my life. You know how, like, if you ever watched any of those wildlife shows and seen any of the ones with the killer whales, the orcas, and they run up on the beach and grab a seal? Well, that's what them bass was doing over there. They would make all the little bluegill, just like they would push them up into a cove, into a little corner, and them bluegill would be jumping out of the water onto the bank. And then them doggone bass would go up on the bank and grab them and then get back in the water. I ain't never seen nothing in my life like that. It was the weirdest thing I ever seen, but it was also one of the coolest things I ever seen, because I just didn't think I'd ever see a regular old freshwater fish doing stuff like that. But since then, I've seen videos of fish doing all kind of things, man. So you just never know what a fish is gonna do. So that's why you should fish your lure all the way back to the bank if you bank fishing. Fish it all the way back to the boat if you boat fishing. There's been plenty of times where me and my cousins, we were wading. Man, we would catch fish as soon as we got our jig right back to us. We'd be ready to pull it out of the water for another cast and catch a fish right there at our freaking, right in front of us, basically at our feet. So, but we almost here. We'll be there in a second. I seen my man, if y'all have never checked out C&B Outdoors, my old boy, boss man, he just went the other day. He out there in East Texas, And he just went the other day, man, and they was tearing them up right after the cold front. So this is a couple of days of good weather that we've had. And today is actually, my truck is saying it is 73 degrees. So, and it feels like it. It is really, really warm. Some of y'all that watch this video that's in this area, y'all might know exactly where the spot is that I'm going to. I've seen a lot of people out there before, and I used to see people out there in little boats like mine, but I haven't seen anybody out there in any boat for a while. And yesterday when I stopped at this place and I checked on it, there was a couple of spots where I could see the bottom, and I liked the way the bottom looked. It wasn't anything like I thought it was gonna look. I want to fish that pond so bad. I want to ask those people if I could fish that pond, but I've never stopped there to ask. I'm gonna have to ask one day. But some of y'all might know exactly where I'm going. Exactly where I'm going. My only issue is just gonna be getting over there with this traffic. I'll catch a break though. But this place, somewhere I've been wanting to go for a long, long time. So, and it ain't even 5 minutes from the house. And that's it out there. So I'm gonna put this boat in and we're gonna see what's going on. Get with y'all in a minute. Man, I'm telling you, having four-wheel drive is a beautiful thing. Especially when you backing up in a place. Somebody put a trash can out here for people to put the trash in, which is great, because that tells me somebody wanted the place taken care of, but ain't nobody picked the trash up. But this what the little hole look like, y'all. And I'm hoping there's some crappie in here. I really, really am. So I'm gonna drag this little old boat down here and I'm gonna launch this little baby, and I see a fish right there just swimming. And we're gonna launch out and see what we can do around this joint. All right, I'll get back with y'all in a minute. Got weight in this thing, got my battery, anchor and stuff. So first time back in this baby in a little minute. I ain't been in this thing in over a year. This baby has been sitting in the barn. All right, we float. Don't know what kind of depth this little place has, but based off what I could see yesterday when I came out here looking, it's got a decent depth to it. So we're gonna motor on out nice and easy. We're gonna look around first, see what kind of spots we see, And I'm gonna grab my search bait up here. If I can get it without flipping me over. Okay. So for my search bait, what I'm using is an underspin blackened chartreuse with a black head. So yesterday when I looked over here, the trail that comes in here to the right over here is where that trail ended. So I don't know how far around people walk. Whew, thank you, Holy Father, for letting me make it out here safely. So we just gonna get the casting and see what happened. I know people that I used to work with that fished out here a lot, and they said they caught bass out here all the time. If I catch bass, I catch bass, but y'all know what I'm after. I just want to try to, okay, I see where the trail ended. And I see a good set of stumps over there. I don't know what the depth is like out here, but I can still see the bottom, so I know about 2.5 feet is what I'm looking at. Yeah, that's real shallow up in there where I wanted to cast. It's a lot of stumps over there, but it's shallow over there. So I'm gonna cruise around to where I can't see the bottom and see what we can see. It's my first time ever videoing in a boat. Yeah, this thing pretty shallow out here. This has got some of that mud that won't let you go if you fall in it. Let's go over here to where this cove is at, to the right, this little cove. At one point, I used to see stumps sticking up out here, but I don't see any right now. Let's get a cast out there. Slow it down a little bit. Cruise control here. Got this manual steer. No weight in the front of this thing. Steering it from the rear. And man, this is shallow. Yeah, this is real shallow. You might want to see if it's deeper in another spot. All I'm seeing is the bottom over here. It's got good clarity though. Just might not have any depth. Might not have any depth. It's one of my favorite things, y'all, is being out on the water in a boat. All them years in the Navy, it just wasn't the same being on that big boat as it is being out on somewhere like this, or on a lake, or in a river in a fishing boat. It's a totally different feeling. You out on that big boat, you can't really fish the same way. Now, I have caught plenty of fish off Navy ships. Don't get that wrong now. But it ain't nothing like being in a smaller boat where you got a lot more control and you can do things you want to do. Okay, I'm probably out from the shore over here to my right. I'm probably out from the shore about 45, maybe 45 yards, and I'm still seeing the bottom about 2.5 foot down. I don't know what the water source is for this place. I don't know if it's just a runoff lake or what, but it's always got water. I've never seen it dry. I'll put it that way. Even when we had the droughts, I've never seen this place dry. I see activity on top of the water and stuff in spots, but I'm just seeing this bottom. That's just that's not something I was hoping for. I was hoping when I got out here that it would be deeper, and I'm not seeing that. I see a piece of structure over here. I'm gonna pull up around it and not get too close, but close enough where I can cast and see what I can do over here. This is dang, I forgot to bring them worms. I was gonna bring the worms and one of my bluegill poles. So I'm pretty sure there's some brims in here, but I see some structure under the water over here. Man. Well, if I caught a crappie out of here, that would be amazing. Praise you, Lord, right now. I just don't know what to expect out of here other than maybe a small bass or so. I know I can't let my lure drop more than a second before I start to retrieve, because I'm picking up grass. I'm gonna scoot over there. I see more cover ahead of me off to the bank on the far end. Yeah, this little place is just always intrigued me about what the possibilities could be over here. I might have to put my regular crappie catching rig on, or grab the one with it, set my float to about a foot, and maybe just troll it around. Because I used to do that in California, on the lakes in California. I used to rent a boat just like this at this one lake called Lake Otay in San Diego. I didn't have no electronics or nothing on it, so I would just crappie fish like I did back home. But what I would do is I would set my float at a certain depth, and I would just troll the lake at a slow speed like I'm doing right now. A lot like people do for long line when they long line and crappie trolling for them. And I used to catch a few, not a lot. I didn't catch a lot of crappie in California at all. But I remember when I caught my first one, I was so happy. But it was very few and far in between. Now I caught a lot of catfish and a lot of bass and a lot of bluegill in California. A lot of them. Now when we went out to the desert in Yuma and fished at Lake O'Neill, well, them slabs was in there. All right, I'm gonna kill this, because somewhere I want to be, I'm gonna show y'all this little spot. It's right there, all those sticks and stuff. Now I know this may look kind of wonky because I'm in a boat and my tripod is setting weird right now. So I kind of do y'all like that, and y'all might be able to see if I get a strike. If I catch something over there, I'm expecting it to be a bass. But instead it's a hang. Doggone it. I'm gonna have to. I do not want to get hung over there. Didn't want to take a chance of running anything out of there that may be in there. That's a lot of structure down there. Yeah, it's a lot of stumps. Oh, that's super shallow. Super duper shallow. Alright. Dang, man, I was hoping this little thing had some depth to it. Not giving me warm and fuzzies. Not getting no good vibes. But I'm good because I'm out on the water. That's all that matters to me. Just being able to come out and fish. It's my first line wetting session of the year, so I'm happy about that. Just not being in the house. So I do have a chore list right now, but I had to try to take advantage of the day. Y'all know how that go. And right now it's after working hours. So I gotta try to get on this. Okay, that's a nice looking piece of structure under the water over there. Yeah, with this couple of warm days, if I would have been over there, if I could still go to my old honey hole, I know I could have filled up on them. But that's a no-go. Still trying to figure out what happened to that place, man. For them to have government officials and the game warden all together keeping people out of there, it's just, it made me wonder what they got going on over there. Really, really do. Ooh, that's a strong gust of wind. That turned me, even with the trolling motor going. Man, I was really having high hopes for this little spot. It's got to be a deep spot in here where the fish are at. I seen look like bluegill right up there where I put the boat in when I first walked down, but since then, that's about the only thing I've spotted. Look like somebody come in on that backside over there and fish over there too. I see somebody's trash over there. I'm trying to troll and hold a rod with the same arm. That's usually how this deal go with me when I'm out in this little boat. Man. All right. Coming around some more stumps. I'm getting, it's now I see the stump field that I used to see out in the middle. I can see it good. Now, I couldn't see it from the angle I was at earlier. Now I see it. We're going to head in that direction slowly. We're going to just fish around this thing. Hopefully my old locator bait will pick up something. Let me get a bite. If this thing is only like 2-3 foot around the whole lake, man, I don't know what to make of that. This little wind, I'm kind of scared to throw toward the structure. What was that? Something over there breaking sticks. Think I'm gonna just troll my lure behind me, drive through some of these areas where I'm seeing all these stumps, cause I can see stumps y'all can't. But I'm getting ready to go through a heavily populated stumpy area, and I hope I can find something in there. Should have put one of my rod holders on here for this exact reason. But that's a lot of stumps. Okay, I don't see the bottom as much over here. Maybe deeper. Maybe deeper over here. Now I just came up out of the little hole. Now I see the bottom again. A bunch of stumps. Hope I'll get home. I don't want to back up. Spitting up mud now, and I ain't even near the bottom as far as prop goes. Yeah, this place is really shallow. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is, I kill the motor, because I'm out here in the middle of this little stump field, kind of, sort of. I'm going to just cast, see what happens. Hopefully we'll get something. I don't know if that was a stump or if that was a fish. And the wind is not gonna let me. Oh boy, a stump. All right, let's go get it. Yeah, this is just a, I think this is pretty much a duck pond, what it's seeming like. So I saw a lot of those little, what do you call them, coots or whatever, those little mud ducks. I seen a bunch of them out here when I first came up. Let's back up. Kicking up some mud, boy. Golly. Yeah, this don't give me no kind of warm and fuzzies. Look at the mud this sucker kicking up down there. Golly. That's some seriously soft mud. If y'all can see this mud, and I'm in like 2 foot of water, and this trolling motor is kicking this mud up. Dang. Let's just see if we can swing it around this way. Get off the stump. Golly. Shoot. If there is any fish in here for me to catch, I'm probably running them all the way with this big old mud trail that I'm leaving. See, and I started to go to the little creek with the at the bridge, with the bridge around the corner from the house. And if this don't work out, I still may go over there. Yeah, cause man, my doggone prop is hitting the bottom. Yeah, this is way shallow. Way shallower than I thought it was. Yeah, this is not gonna do it. This is not gonna do it at all. Dang, boy, I had some high hopes for this spot. Some real high hopes. Golly. I was hoping to have me a honey hole 5 minutes from the house. Look like a good place to set a turtle trap. That's for sure. Maybe I'm just in the wrong spot. I don't know. Well, I done raised this motor up. Still kicking up mud. Whew. Yeah, I think this is just a duck pond. I might bring my little girl out here and let her fish from the bank for some bluegill, cause I don't think it's no crappie in here. This ain't got enough deep water. It's only been one time I didn't see the bottom. It's a creek that runs separate from this thing that's just right off the side of it. And that creek is shallow, but I'm wondering if that has anything to do with the water that's in here, as far as like if any of that water from the creek fills this at all. Man. Yep. Getting grass on my lure. Trying to battle the wind with no weight in the front of this thing. Trolling motor on low. We'll shut it off for a second. Man, I got a mud trail behind me. Jeez. Man, I was hoping this would work out. Well, yep, more grass. I think I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all. That's amazing. I ain't been fishing 30 minutes. And this is just, it definitely is not the place I'll come back to. I tried it. It is not what I thought it was. So I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm starting to get on the bottom again. Doggone it. I think I'm gonna go over to the little bridge by the house. Oh Lord, I just hit a big log. I think I'm gonna go over by the little bridge around the corner from the house and see if I could do anything over there. This place is not it. That is for sure. I almost need a freaking duck boat out here. I'm in a semi-V John boat. And it ain't even working out here. This is crazy. Yeah, let me just go on and I'm gonna just go on and take it back in. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go on and get this boat loaded back up, and I'm gonna try it at the other little spot. This place is not it. I'm kicking up mud everywhere. So I'll catch y'all in a little while. When I get to the other spot, I'll come back to y'all. Peace.